Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So, this week we have a follow up episode on tobacco pressing made easy. If you remember, a couple of weeks ago we took our noodle press and pressed some bulk Orango Balkan Supreme. Um, if you haven't watched that episode, go back and watch that episode so you can kind of see how I went in and prepped everything and got the pressing going. We did it for about 2 weeks. So about 2 weeks ago is when the video is. I'll wait for you to go ahead and watch that one. Okay, did you watch it? Great. All right, so now you're caught up, and I'm going to show you how we're going to take the tobacco out of the noodle press, how to unwrap it from the Ziploc bag that we put it in, and then how I go about storing it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to take the bottom of the noodle press and unscrew it. Back it off just a little bit because I've been each day for about 2 weeks slowly pushing it, pressing it more and more and more. So there is some built up pressure in there. So I'm taking off the bottom of it. And if you notice, I have a little plastic piece that I've inserted in there that helps kind of keep the pressure. It doesn't allow the tobacco to kind of squeeze out of it. You can use the top of a C&D tobacco tin, or I think actually I used a Pringles jar, so that's a Pringles lid, so that's what that is, and cut it to size, make sure it fits in there pretty good. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the screw and I'm just going to continue to screw it so that it pushes that cake right out. Now sometimes, as you can see, I took the top off. Sometimes what you can see is that sleeve that's inside that noodle press will also slide out with it. You have to be careful of that. You don't want to have that sleeve come all the way out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to push it out a little bit more. You might have to get something to kind of help squeeze it out a little bit or push it out a little bit. In this case, I'm going to use the end of a flame lighter that'll fit right in. You might have to exert a little bit of pressure. This cake has been in there for a while, but as you can see, it's starting to come out. There it is, right there. And it's as hard as a hockey puck, I'm telling you. That thing has been pressed in there, and it's also, I don't know if you can see, but it's also kind of moist. It's been pressing all those sugars and humidity and fluids that were still in the leaf. Here's the part that is where you have to be kind of patient and take your time. We're going to unravel the Ziploc bag, okay? And I'm just going to slowly start pulling it away from the tobacco. Open it up. I can invert the bag and just slowly begin to pull it out. Some of it will be wrapped inside of the press tobacco. You just have to slowly kind of pull it out. We started with about 1.5 ounces, and it has compacted quite a bit, almost down to about 1/2 inch size. Nice and easy. You'll have a little bit of break off, which is not a problem. There. So that was the old bag. You can see that it's withstood the pressure pretty well. Some of the fluids you can see kind of got on the bag, but this is the final product. Now, it is very, very dense. So what you're going to have to do is, if you're going to want to cut it, you're going to have to use a pretty sharp knife to get you there. Sometimes you can just kind of rub pieces off and it will break off like a crumble cake. But this is more dense than a crumble cake. It's pretty thick. and it is also a little bit sticky. Here is our final product. Here's what we started with. So that's the comparison between the two. This is a little bit too moist right now. So what I usually do at this point is I will probably jar it. If you have a wide mouth jar, it's probably best, but it will fit in a regular jar too because it's not too wide. We'll put it in a jar for about a week to kind of let it rest, let it do its thing, and then we will try it and see how it came out. If you remember, the bulk version, ribbon cut, was just, it was a little harsh. It was very, very uneven. Didn't quite smoke the way I wanted it to. It had some rough edges. Just didn't do what I wanted it to do. And I've heard a lot of good things about this Orango Bulk and Supreme, but it just wasn't where I liked it. So that's why I went and did the pressing. The pressing will kind of falsely give you the impression of aging tobacco. So that's kind of why we do that. Also, it allows all of those tobaccos to meld more, and you get a more balanced or evenly distributed flavor profile with the pressing. So what's going to happen now is we're going to put this one in a jar, let it rest for about a week, and we'll come back and give you our comparisons between the regular bulk and the pressed bulk. So I know that this was a short episode, but you know, we wanted to wrap up the pressing ideas and kind of share with you how we do that. So next week, hopefully we'll get to the comparison, maybe next week or the week after that, and let you know how it came out. Thank you guys for watching. We do appreciate all your comments. Thanks for all the support, and don't forget, make all your piping moments count. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.